You close your laptop, look at the clock, and realize the day is over. You spent the last 10 hours rushing from task to task, but looking back, it is almost impossible to pinpoint what you actually accomplished. We usually blame ourselves for this. We assume we just need to wake up earlier or buy a better planner. In reality, we are navigating a hidden architecture, a series of structural traps we step into the second we wake up. To figure out where our time goes, we have to examine the specific forces compressing the modern schedule: invisible boundaries, the default trap, the easy work illusion, and the efficiency paradox. Each of these operates entirely in the background, but once you see how they connect, you can finally step off the treadmill and actually own your schedule. For most of human history, work was tied to physical labor. If you stood on an assembly line like this one, you went to a specific location, built something with your hands, and when the factory whistle blew or the sun went down, the job was done. The physical world provided a built-in finish line. Today, most of us do what management theorist Peter Drucker called knowledge work. We assemble ideas, strategies, and communications on screens. Moving to a digital environment erased those physical edges. A screen doesn't fill up and close the way a shipping crate does. It just spawns an endless stream of emails, project updates, and open tabs. Without a manager turning off the lights and locking the doors, the responsibility falls entirely on you to decide when a day is officially complete. And since we rarely draw those lines ourselves, the work simply bleeds outward, silently consuming our evenings, our weekends, and every blank space in between. Think about what happens when you buy a new smartphone. Right out of the box, it has certain pre-selected settings. Unless you manually turn them off, it will ping, vibrate, and flash a notification for every single message you receive. Our culture operates on a similar set of automatic settings. The modern workplace comes pre-programmed with the expectation that your calendar is available for constant meetings and that you will reply to every request immediately. Even when you manage to escape the office, the secondary setting kicks in. We are surrounded by bottomless pools of digital entertainment, social feeds, and streaming platforms that are meticulously engineered to harvest whatever attention you have left. If you don't actively change these settings, your daily timeline is instantly swallowed by these two competing forces: the demands of constant hustle and the lure of easy distraction. We aren't necessarily failing to plan our days. We are just living out the automatic settings that society has already chosen for us. When you place a human brain in an environment filled with endless inputs and zero boundaries, it naturally gets overwhelmed. To cope with the stress, it seeks out friction-free, immediate rewards. This instinct explains why we so frequently avoid the complex, high-value projects that actually advance our goals. Deep work requires immense focus and offers no immediate sense of relief, so we substitute the hard stuff with easy tasks. We answer emails, organize our folders, and try to clear our desk. It generates a temporary feeling of accomplishment. But by exhausting our cognitive energy on this trivial majority of minor chores, we leave ourselves with no capacity to tackle the things that matter. We stay busy all day, yet accomplish very little. The most common response to feeling overwhelmed is to try and outrun the workload. We download productivity apps and optimize our routines to clear our to-do lists faster, but this relies on an outdated mental model. We assume that if we just empty the inbox, we will earn a moment's rest. Here is the paradox. As soon as you crank through your work at record speed, you signal to your colleagues, your clients, and your own brain that you have the capacity to handle more. Working faster doesn't grant you extra free time. It operates like a conveyor belt that speeds up to match your exact pace, locking you into a cycle of constant future-focused anxiety. So look at what we're up against. A workday with no physical boundaries, environments set to a default of constant interruption, a psychological pull toward trivial chores, and an efficiency trap that punishes us for working faster. Reclaiming the day requires moving past a state of passive reaction. You have to start setting active boundaries. You must recognize that the containers holding your time won't manage themselves. That means manually overriding the automatic settings of your environment. You have to decline the meetings, turn off the notifications, and prioritize deep work before the minor chores have a chance to fill the gap. Your day feels incredibly short because an invisible system of limitless inputs and automatic distractions has been making choices for you. But once you see the system for what it is, you finally have the leverage to take your time back.